wanna know who's that girl.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't been here before, my name's Cheryl, and if you have, thanks for coming back. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. So as you all know, I have moved to Dubai now. Hopefully you've watched my last video and you'll know the what, why and how. So now we're gonna go into like a few of the assumptions that I have versus the way things actually are here and things that you should know before you actually move here. So I had my mini breakdown in Zim, thinking that like my life was going to be over and that I'd just be restricted on all fronts in terms of like life and just not being able to do things here because obviously certain things are legal in my country that are not legal here. So that being, I guess, like the drinking culture, the way people would dress, just the way people like accepted or the way people are like allowed to live in a place. And yeah, to my surprise, I was proved wrong. So I assumed that I would have to be covered 24/7 and that I wouldn't be allowed to show certain parts of my body, that being maybe wearing a dress that would go below my knees and having to wear dresses that covered my shoulders. Which didn't really faze me because I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna have to do some more shopping and just buy more modest clothing. I was also worried that I wouldn't be able to drink at all because I had heard that you could only drink when you have a license, which was portrayed to me in the wrong manner. I was worried that I would not be able to date and that I would have to do it like really secretively, which like I don't like doing things in secret and I really like to be out in the open, and that doesn't mean like telling everybody, but just like doing it, you know, with my whole self. I also assumed that there would be a language barrier because when preparing to move to China, I was obviously trying to learn Mandarin, which was not going well, but then I was like, okay, this Dubai thing is happening very quickly. How am I going to learn a whole new language in like 2 weeks? Also spoke to a few people that had lived here before I came, and I just got a negative sense, I guess, of the place, and that there was like a lot of racism and that I just wouldn't enjoy my time here. Which, not to say that everything that people had mentioned to me isn't true to a certain extent. I just think that people experience things differently. It also depends on where you are in the actual place that you're going to visit, and that being Dubai in my instance. But yeah, so let's go through some of the things that you need to know before you move here, and also some of the things that I assumed that are actually not true. Yeah. So you do not have to be covered head to toe 24/7. You do not have to wear a hijab, a burqa or an abaya. So I will put an image next to me of each of the items so you can see what they are. While you do not have to cover yourself 24/7, you do have to be mindful of the place that you're in as well as the culture and religion. So do not think that you can just wear booty shorts wherever you want here. Not a thing. You will be stared at, or you actually could be stopped and told to go home. So I would be mindful of where I wear what to. There are certain malls that you can, I guess, wear booty shorts to. I wouldn't wear booty shorts, but I guess like a shorter dress. And then there are other malls where you would have to wear a longer dress. It depends on which area you're going to because of the type of people that would be living in that area and what they would deem appropriate. They do have signs up in public places where you have to dress modestly, and it does say please do dress appropriately. And that basically means like wearing a dress that doesn't show too much of your thighs or covering your shoulders and not like showing cleavage. But that doesn't mean that you're restricted everywhere that you go. So I would just be mindful of where you are going, the type of people that you'll be around, and then dress accordingly. So as we all know, that being South Africans, we have a very big drinking culture. And I was worried that I just wouldn't be able to drink here. Not that I drink too much, but just like I wouldn't be able to have like a glass of wine after work, or I wouldn't be able to go out with friends and have like shots. And I was just like, okay, then like what? So you can in fact drink here. The legal age for drinking is 21. So while you cannot drink everywhere, there are certain places that you can drink, that being bars, certain restaurants, as well as hotels. There was a law passed before that you had to have a permit to buy alcohol, which I think you still need to have if you're actually walking into a store. So with that permit, you actually had to have your company sponsor that permit for you. And yeah, I found that a bit tricky, because why would I want my company, not that your company shouldn't know that you're drinking, but for my company to give me permission to drink, it's a bit sketchy. But now you can actually order alcohol online, and then yeah, drinking at like bars and restaurants and you know, that vibe. So you aren't as restricted as I thought we were going to be. In terms of drinking, things to be mindful of as well is that public drinking here is very illegal. And that does not actually just mean like having a bottle of wine in the street, but displaying drunkenness is highly frowned upon, and you could actually be fined or given jail time. Yes. So be very cautious and just don't do it. There is in fact no language barrier. Everyone here can actually speak English to a certain extent, which means that you will be able to get the information that you need, or be able to get where you need to get. All of the signage actually has Arabic and English on it, which is very helpful. So no need to get like a translating app, but I guess if you would want to like learn the language faster, that would maybe help you. In terms of English being so broadly spoken, 88% of the population here is actually made up of expats, which I found so intriguing. You can actually meet someone from every corner of the world here. So moving from a country that is not very safe for women, which actually just disregards women actually in my own opinion, and it being labeled the rape capital of the world, to moving to a place where its next door city is actually voted the safest city in the world, it has been a very big adjustment in a positive way. So while I couldn't go for evening walks in South Africa, or I guess very early morning walks in South Africa, here you can walk at whatever time you'd like to walk at. We actually went to the beach the other day, and I think it was like 9:30 p.m. Yes, and it was well lit. There are guards everywhere, and you just feel so safe and comfortable. I was actually watching a video where a girl was saying that she just does her walks at 2 a.m. because that's when she just feels she needs to like let go and like breathe and just think. And I was like, it's actually something that you don't really think of when you have it as a luxury, and it's not considered a luxury. It's a normal thing to have, whereas at home you wouldn't do that. And I am so free now, I guess, in terms of just like life. It's just something that I don't have to think of, this like thing of trying to keep safe. Well, I do have to think of it, just not as much. So like I can carry my phone out and take a selfie without worrying that someone's gonna grab my phone. If you guys have like been here for long enough, that being on my channel, you'll know that my phone has actually been stolen like twice out of my hand, that being in South Africa. So just being able to not have that worry in my mind is actually so freeing in a way that I actually can't explain. So I think something that people do not talk about enough here is actually how hot it is. So I arrived and I was like, oh cool, the girls in Dubai, we love it. And I walked outside and my glasses like misted over straight away, and I was just like, no, not like this. And this blanket of heat just like hit me. And I was like, okay, fine, but it's 3 a.m. in the morning. What is going on?
I'm hot like a heater.
Yes.
Like a heater.
The hottest I think it's been here, well, I've been here, is I think 52 degrees. Where on earth would it get to that heat? The hottest I've experienced, besides this place, that being in South Africa, is like 32 degrees. And here, 32 degrees is like, it's hot, but it's like, it's better. What do you mean it's better? So the hot months are between May and September. So I think if you're traveling here and you have the option of choosing when to travel, do not come between May and September. Come from like October towards December, and you will hopefully, I guess, get the best weather. I haven't gotten there yet, so I will let you know as I get closer to the months. But at the moment it is cooling down significantly, but it's still hot. So I'm still adjusting to this. Because it's a bit weird. But like the weeks here are actually, they start on Sundays and they end on Thursdays. So like Sunday being Monday, and then like Thursday being Friday, and then the weekend is Friday, Saturday. and my mind is just not adjusting to it well. It doesn't make sense to my internal self. And I often get confused, and then on some Sundays I actually want to relax, but I'm like, you can't, it's like the beginning of the week, so it's a bit weird. And people actually like celebrate on Thursdays, and they're like, yay, it's Friday. I'm like, but no, it's Thursday. So that's just something you'll like need to get used to. And then Fridays are actually like a very big brunch day, which is like a vibe in Dubai to go for brunch on Friday. So the reason for the week switch, I guess, or I want to call it a week switch, because then that just implies that the week that we have, I guess, at home is the right thing to have, which like it may not be. We actually do not know. So Friday is considered the Sabbath, apparently. And that is why it is then the weekend, because then people can actually go to the mosque and pray, and they do not need to, I guess, leave work to do that. They'll already be at home. So yeah, so people find it very hard to leave Dubai because of this one reason. There is no income tax. I shall say it again, there is no income tax. Your money is yours. You get to put the whole amount into your pocket. I love it. It just, and now I'm like, am I going to be able to leave? Because why would I want to go somewhere where they're gonna be like, this money is coming to us so we can fix what, or like, not that South Africa is fixing anything anyway. We all know where that money is going, but it's a beautiful thing to like have your money as yours. And yes, it may go to like other expenses in life and stuff, but like your money doesn't go back to the government. It's yours. And I just find that amazing. And I was actually talking to Ona the other day, and I was like to her, Dubai is clean and it is efficient, it is fast, it's go-getter, and they don't take taxes. Yes, they're getting their money from other places. I think Dubai's main way of getting money is through tourism. But South Africa, which is taking a lot of our money for the taxes, we have potholes the size of cars. Roads are collapsing. It doesn't make sense to me. And I think that like if we could just implement the same things, I don't know how they're doing it, you know, because it's very easy to look at something and be like, yeah, they're doing it right. I do not know what's going on behind the scenes. But our money is being taken already. Can it be used for the right thing? That's my end point. So coming from a country where like I can just FaceTime and WhatsApp call and everything so easily, I tried it the other day and it like wouldn't work, and I was like, what's going on here? And then I actually saw that those things are restricted here. That being FaceTime and WhatsApp. Yes, and FaceTime calls and WhatsApp video calls. But I think you can use Skype and like Teams. And then there is also a free app called Botim that you can download and, you know, do a whole subscription thing there, I think. Actually, I don't know if it's free. Yeah, but I'm not going to be doing that. So that is how you can like communicate with your peoples. Yeah. As you guys know, Cheryl likes to date. And obviously that's something that I worried about, that I wasn't going to be able to date, which I am actually allowed to do. So dating apps are available here on certain cellular networks. If not, then you can like use it on Wi-Fi, or like I guess hotspot from like a friend. But that has been my main way of finding friends, that being dating apps. So we all know, you know, Cheryl's all about Tinder. It's a bit different here. There are a lot of sketchy people here on Tinder, and I don't have the energy to filter through all of them, you know. Okay, well, I didn't have the energy to filter through all of them. And, you know, the other option was Bumble, and Bumble actually has like a set friend version. So I was like, let's get it. So yeah, I've been finding friends on like Bumble, which has like been really cool. But then I went back to Tinder, and you know, I've met some cool people there. So do not worry, you will be able to make internet friends or do your sneaky link or whatever you'd like to do through your dating apps. But I would be mindful of Tinder because like it's a lot. Dubai lets you change your visa status, well, your actual visa, which is like really cool. So you can come here and job hunt, or I guess come for vacation and end up staying because you found a job. Which I think is really cool, because you can actually come and understand the culture as well as the job market and then hit the ground running. So there are a lot of rules here in this Dubai, in the United Arab Emirates as like a whole, and I would take time going through all of those rules. I will put the link down below so that you can see what the rules are. They're not lenient with these rules just because you're an expat. They expect you to, I guess, not be ignorant, to just like go and find out what is legal and is illegal here. So there are certain things that will just get you arrested, or that will get you fined, or they'll just get you into trouble, so just like don't do it. And it's very nice to, you know, live and stuff and be happy and all of that until it's not. So be cautious and just do the right thing and just find out what is legal and what isn't legal here, and then you can have the greatest of times, of which Dubai is meant to be. Yeah, so Dubai is fast, it is glitzy, it is A1. And everything here is accessible at the touch of a button, and I literally mean you can take your phone out and you can order or get any service done here in this your place at your house. So if you'd watched my other video, you'd seen that a guy had ordered some petrol and they came and poured it here. You can obviously like order food, which is like normal. You can get home services to come and clean for you. You can get people to come and teach you your classes, like everything. We actually ordered a masseuse the other day to come and give massages. So like, it's just, everything's accessible at the touch of a button. You do not need to leave your house at all. Like nothing, zilch. So I've seen some videos, I guess, that talk about like Dubai in like a negative light, and they just like, they go around the world and they're just like, I was watching this one guy's video and he was just saying, yeah, like, yeah, people just backstab each other and it's just a negative culture and it's toxic and it's not an okay place to come to, and like you would not want to stay here, you'll want to leave like now. And I'm like, my guy, I am falling in love with the city, I am falling in love with the different people, the food and everything, and I'm just like, what did you experience that made you so hateful towards like this place? And then I just took a step back and I was like, you know what, everyone experiences things differently, and while I have pointed some things out in my video, you will have to see for yourself. Yeah, so I thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope that you do come back for the next video. Bye.